My boyfriend Sean and I embarked on a trip to Vermont during the summer of 2016. I booked us a stay in an Airbnb listed as an off-grid cabin, boasting a few hundred reviews with a pristine 5-star rating. The cabin itself was a rustic one-room affair, complete with a potbelly stove and a cozy loft area. Nestled in a remote corner of Vermont down an old dirt road, the cabin exuded a sense of isolation, with only the host's residence about half a mile away, left vacant during our stay. Arriving around 4 p.m., we spent a delightful evening cooking dinner and enjoying board games by the soft glow of candlelight. Exhausted from a day of hiking, I retired to the loft for sleep, while Sean opted to linger outside and smoke. About 20 minutes later, caught in that hazy space between wakefulness and slumber, I was jolted awake by a loud bang against the cabin's exterior. Sean's voice from below echoed my bewilderment, asking if I had caused the disturbance. Confused and disoriented, I denied any involvement, attributing the noise to my groggy state. We dismissed the incident as possibly a fallen tree branch, a common occurrence during our camping ventures. However, another sharp bang, this time from a different direction, shattered our complacency. Hastily descending from the loft, Sean instructed me to gather any sharp objects while he assessed the situation outside. Though outwardly composed, his subtle unease betrayed the gravity of the situation. Whispering in hushed tones, we exchanged theories as a slow scraping noise outside intensified our apprehension. With our car parked a distance away, we faced the unsettling prospect of navigating the darkness to reach safety, potentially falling prey to lurking threats. Sean, adopting a strategy of vigilance, stationed himself downstairs while I retreated to the loft. Armed with makeshift weapons, we awaited further developments, acutely aware of our vulnerability. Despite our attempts to rationalize the disturbances, the eerie silence punctuated by sporadic noises only fueled our growing unease. Throughout the night, a cacophony of sounds, banging, scraping, and pacing footsteps, tormented us, casting a shadow of dread over the cabin. Hour after agonizing hour, we remained paralyzed by fear, contemplating the sinister possibilities lurking beyond the cabin walls. As dawn broke, mercifully dispelling the darkness, the haunting symphony of noises ceased. Exhausted and shaken, we hastily packed our belongings, eager to escape the oppressive atmosphere that had cloaked the cabin in terror. Reflecting on our harrowing ordeal, we grapple with the lingering uncertainty surrounding the events of that fateful night. While Sean speculates about the motives of a potential local assailant, I remain grateful for our narrow escape, forever haunted by the chilling memories of our brush with the unknown. In November of 2023, I found myself journeying from Philadelphia to Las Vegas, but to attend a gaming convention. While I usually bunked with fellow competitors to save money, circumstances led me to book an Airbnb solo. Hastily selecting one close to the Strip, I overlooked the neighborhood sketchiness, justifying it by its proximity to the convention center. Arriving at the Airbnb, I found it eerily deserted, with the host nowhere in sight. The only communication was through a floral profile picture and a door code as simple as 12345667. Brushing off these oddities, I settled in for the night. Around 9:30 p.m., I was startled by tapping on the window, obscured by thick drapes. Despite my inquiries, the tapping persisted sporadically, leaving me uneasy. When I reached out to the host, their nonchalant response only heightened my paranoia. As the night wore on, strange noises outside followed by an attempted break-in confirmed my worst fears. With adrenaline pumping, I confronted the intruder, only to be met with a claim that the room was theirs. Summoning the authorities, I realized this wasn't a mere burglary attempt, it felt like a setup. The police corroborated my suspicions, and with their presence, I made a hasty exit, grateful to leave the unsettling ordeal behind. Yet, the lingering sense of dread remains, a reminder of the thin line between a simple rental and a potential nightmare. During a business trip to Arizona for a job interview, I opted for an Airbnb stay to save some cash. The place I chose was tucked away on a secluded road, offering a picturesque view of the desert from its backyard. With my laptop in tow, I spent my days working remotely and preparing for the interview. On the eve of the big day, while engrossed in interview prep, I heard a faint tapping at the window. Brushing it off as a harmless disturbance, I continued my studies. However, when the same tapping recurred the following night, my unease grew. Venturing outside to investigate, I was met with eerie silence, broken only by a distant clicking sound. Despite my attempts to confront the source of the noise, I found myself face to face with a shadowy figure blending into the darkness. Feeling unnerved, I retreated indoors, only to be startled by a click emanating from the closet. Fearing the worst, I fled to my car, dialing the authorities as I watched the house from afar. Upon their arrival, a brief search revealed no intruders, yet the unsettling encounters prompted me to abandon the Airbnb for a nearby hotel. Despite reaching out to both Airbnb and the host, resolution remained elusive, leaving me to ponder the unsettling events and their mysterious origins.